All right, everybody, I got my videographer here. We are in downtown Oceanside.
At the light, turn right onto Surfrider Way.
And it's directing us to the pier. Look at this, I overpaid. $4.39 a gallon. Man. This is completely, there's the ocean. This is completely different from what I remember. It was just a couple of buildings. These are the California homes that are gorgeous. They put them side by side, but they're on the beach here. They're not on the beach. They got some that are on the sand. I think the pier's on further down a little bit, but this is a little turnaround area. We have reached as far as we can go, folks, to the west. This is it. Oceanside, California. And good waves out there. There's a guy
At the
surfing.
stop sign, turn left onto Surfrider Way. Then turn right onto North Pacific
All right, let me
Street.
turn that off. Hey, everybody, Sarasota Tim. Miss T and I have reached as far west as a man can go. A man and a woman. This is it. You cannot go any further west. I can smell the salt. Can you smell that? You can absolutely smell the salt. There's the pier. I'll zoom in. Someone said it did catch on fire. I can tell out there it's terrible. Look. That is terrible. So look, you can drive down there. We're going to do that. And there's some waves. I seen a guy surfing, catching a nice big wave out there. All right, we're riding right down the sand here. I'm gonna go park somewhere. But look at these homes. Back out for you guys. This is about as close to the water as you can get. Woo! Look at this. Now further up here, this sidewalk has like a little wall that you have to jump over to get to the sand. And it's much wider, and there's a lane down the middle for two directions. And you can skateboard, bike, whatever. And there is a speed limit because they don't want you to go too awful fast. But look at these places. Now we can only go to here, and I have to turn. There's the lifeguard, people on the beach surfing. What's that about? And how do I go? These guys all heading out surfing. Lot pay. Guess we'll circle around. Anyway, we're gonna go find somewhere to park and get you some walking video. All right, throw that belt on in a minute. So before we go park, we had to turn around there. I'm gonna go to a bigger parking lot. It's over near the pier. I'm just driving back down that road that we just came, showing you the beach. Before we go park, I'll give you a little driving video down this way here. What are they doing? Temperature is 73 degrees at 9 a.m. That water's very cold. If you're surfing, you've got yourself a wetsuit on. If you're living here, you've got your coffee and your view. You're what they call living large. Look at the windows on this place. These little glass balconies are a very popular thing, even in Laguna and Newport Beach. So there's no obstruction to your view. It's kind of like what they do on cruise ships. Plus it looks nice. Look at these little beach cabana, little small tiny homes here that you can rent. Big wide beach there, a lot of sand. Zoom in a little bit more for you there. Give you the actual view. Here's a house from the day that's grandfathered in. Look at it. It goes all the way back. That's one house. All them rooms back there. Living on the ocean in San Diego, California. Oceanside to be specific. This is the very north end of San Diego County. It's about, I would say probably 30 miles down to the other end of the county, down the I-5. I could be wrong, but that's about it. You can wear anything you want right now. You want to wear a bathing suit? You want to wear some pants? Long sleeve shirt? There's no humidity. It's like air conditioning. Just amazing. A little place here, I'm sure it's on the ocean to stay. It's probably a timeshare, hotel. I don't know what that is, but could be just condos. Probably what it is. All of this was built since I've lived here. All right, we're gonna get out and walk in a minute. Let me just get on back down to the pier. Down this road here, Pacific Highway, Pacific Street. More parking right there. Yeah, I got the window down. The weather feels amazing. As I said yesterday, or if I didn't say it, street parking is prevalent in California. In Florida, I don't think there's anywhere you really can park on the streets. And they have a sign that says the sweeper comes, street sweeper, certain days of the month, a couple of days a month, and you have to be off the street. There's a police behind me. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from Oceanside, California. I got the Oceanside Pier. We're getting ready to walk out there on it right now. First, we're gonna go down this little hill. Miss T's over there getting some videos. We got our parking meter right over here for 2 hours. So we're gonna take a nice little walk for you guys, show you all we can, explain everything. I even got my mic on for you. Not getting cheap on you, let's get going. So that's what it looks like. You go down this hill. The people are at the beach already. There's a big parking lot that I used to come to every day when I wanted to check the waves. They're all right here. The pier, we're gonna walk right down the sidewalk here, and there's you can either go down this way and then there's some stairs. In fact, we probably will, and just video down here close to the water before going out on the pier. So let's go on down there. All right, so we are walking. There's the San Diego's finest lifeguards. They ride on the beach. And there's a little playground. That's a new addition from the time I used to be here. Oceanside Beach. We're going to walk down the pier here in a minute. Look at this little trailer over here. What are they selling? Snacks? Public restrooms right there. So we got to go up these stairs and then we walk all the way out to pier. There's a bait store and stuff in the middle, and then that restaurant that burned down. We're going to go out there and video that for you. Let's see what they got here. All right, so before we go up the stairs here and walk out the pier, this is something that's a little amphitheater type thing, and they're getting ready to repaint it. They blasted it, and this guy's smoothing out the wall there with some plaster, and they got it kind of marked off, taped off and everything. They're going to paint it. You got these bleachers here to sit in, and they have different things they do. So let's go down here to the big Oceanside Pier. Well, those stairs about wiped me out. My back, and Miss T complaining about her knee. Oh my God, we got more to go here. Let me back out for you guys. I have to hold on to something. Yeah, the back is giving me a problem again today in my belt line area on the right side. Pretty bad. And I don't know why. But anyway, here we are at the beginning of the pier. It is quite a walk. Definitely get some exercise here. The weather's warm. It's not cold. It's not hot. The sun is shining, so we have a lot of warmth. And it's getting busy. It's getting busy. I do not remember basically anything that I'm looking at except down that way. There were some little beachcomber surf shops, some pizza slices, and some things when I was here. None of these rooftops you see down there where these homes were there. Pretty sure that was there. I don't even remember it though. This whole amphitheater deal. But you can surf. Mainly the popular spot is on. We're gonna get some really good video for you as we walk out the pier. You see the surfers out there. Oh, the kids are out there. There's a summer camp, and all the kids are out there catching the whitewash, riding little belly board waves in. And here's some stuff you can rent. Some places to eat. There's little bicycles there you can rent. Look at this. Let's go on down. Check it out. Pretty good waves breaking way down there. The good surfers are on the outside set out there waiting. Looks like about a half a dozen of them. Could be some of the summer camp kids too. Well, you're subject to see, professional quality surfers. These guys grew up around here and they surf every day if there's waves. Look at down the Pacific Ocean there. That's looking towards Del Mar, La Jolla, Mexico. Of course, it's way, way down, but you can't really see too well. This is the hazy look, but here's a ramp here for emergency vehicles and stuff to come up the pier. They don't want you swimming in this area here because of the fishing lines that are being dropped down from the pier. Or actually, that's for emergency vehicles to go out. You see a lot of sand in the waves as the waves get ready to break, bringing up the bottom. And it's a brown sand, it's not a white sand like Florida. And that's some cold water, I assure you. Well, let's head on out to the end of the pier and gander at the surfers over here and the kids that are in their summer camp. We were watching them carrying all their little styrofoam boards out. There's a couple of regular surfers there. A lot of people got the long boards out today because the waves are a little small. And there's your group in the lineup right here. That's called the lineup. And you better have etiquette and know what you're doing, or you'll be in getting some words. They're very cliquey, some of these surf spots, where every day the same surfers come, and if they see you're new and you try to paddle into and catch a wave, you know, they're very protective of their wave spot. I've never seen anything like this in my life, where all these kids with the styrofoam boards for summer camp. But it's a great thing to do for the kids. Look how many people are walking out this pier. This is a long pier. There's a surfer. We'll catch him up here. I'll look down when we get there. He's not on a longboard. He's on a shortboard. You see they're all wearing full wetsuits. The kids are just out there in a rash guard. That's the little shirt you wear to keep from getting chafed. There goes a nice surf. Oh, wow. We're going backwards there for a second. I'll zoom in for you when I get up here to right where they're at. Waves are a lot bigger when you're down there. So here's where you can buy some bait and apparently some other things now. Regular little knick-knack paddywhack shop. Now, since you're out here a little bit beyond the surface, this is where all the rod and reels are. Check out all this. Check out all the fishing. You know, what I was noticing is these guys are young kids here. All right, let's just get on out here.
When we're in the water.
Look at all these people. They get their rods all tied up there, waiting on the bite. You see it bobbing up and down a little bit there. It's just the current taking it. This guy here, you can see the current's just moving his weight. Looks like he has a fish on, but it's just the current. Young kids. Here's a guy. He's going to catch this wave. Look, look. He drops in. He's got him a right. Yeah, very short ride. Everybody's learned if you get a big one, you'll lose your rod, so they tie them off. She just tied hers there. Everybody's got them tied off. There's no overhead casting allowed because you could snag me or anybody in the eye walking down here. So you're just to drop them or toss it underhand. You're not to cast. But the bite must be pretty good. A lot of people are fishing. I haven't seen any fish in the bucket, so I'll take a look. See if I can see anything. Terrible about the restaurant up here. I wonder if it has the same name as it had for years. Probably not. But I don't know the story of what happened. There's a fish. Check it out. Look at this fish. What kind of fish is it?
It's a croaker.
A croaker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's a nice fish. He caught him a croaker. Those are actually very good bait fish for snook in Florida. You catch a smaller one. They're very, very good bait fish. I don't know what he's going to do with it. I guess you can eat anything that swims, and people do. See all these little things that hold your rods? These are their own. They just got these clamped on here, and you buy them. Look at that. Pretty cool. He just got his own little rod holder wherever he wants to be on the pier. That's a great little thing to own. Get the wagon, bring all your stuff out here. I remember when the restaurant, before it burned down, you could fish all the way around the outside of it. Of course, it's all closed now. I see a fence up there because of the fire. It's really too bad about that. Probably a kitchen fire or something. It's generally what happens in these restaurants. Or electrical, who knows. This is approaching the warmest time of the year for San Diego, where temperatures reach close to 80 or upper 70s. It's generally, 72 to 75 degrees. We're seeing a little warmer. Let's zoom in over here and check this out, see what happened. I'm sure someone around here knows what happened. Look at the size of this rod. This is a surf rod if you fish from the beach, and that enables you to cast it really far because it's very long. But a lot of people have these little clamped fishing rod holders, and they're on click. You'll hear your rod go, it'll be clicking when a fish takes it. All right, we got one. We just happened to be here. Guys got him a fish. I was just studying about the pier here. There's a QR code that talks about the fire, and this guy's got one. Oh yeah, he got him a nice one. Oh no, did he lose it? Did he get wrapped? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. Yeah. Well, man, that's too bad. I'd have made you famous. Well, he had a little silver spoon on there and a hook. Man, that was going to be cool. That really bent that rod. Well, we got the rod bending part. Funny, he didn't have it on click. He just saw his rod bend. He didn't have it on clicker. Well, there's looking back at the shore from out here at the pier. I was reading about, you can scan a QR code back there. It talked about in April, 80% of it burned down. I don't know if it said exactly how, but in June, this month, they actually came out here, the engineers, and have made plans to rebuild. But it hasn't affected the, see got a little bait fish here. It hasn't affected the, are those sardines or?
Yes, sir. Sardines.
Yeah, great bait, huh? Using a little sabiki rig, just like we do in Florida. There's some good bait. Saw this lady over here get a couple of baits too. A sabiki rig, folks, is a line there that she's using, has like 6 or 8 hooks on it, real small, and the fish just bite it without even any bait. They just bite these little hooks like she's got right there. She's getting some good bait. Good luck. Anyway, they're going to rebuild it, and something about they came out here this month, and the engineers got plans to do it. That ought to be a big feat with all the trucks going to be coming out here with materials and everything they have to do. They probably have to get rid of. Oh, we have a little ray, a little stingray, a small baby one. Isn't that interesting? He caught him on a sabiki rig too. This is another rig that people use to try to catch bait. Some fish just bite color and little tiny hooks. He does have little squid or something on his hooks though to catch more bait. So we're starting to see some fish now. The bite is on. Oh, I like this. They have a little thing here to make with shade with fish on it. Pretty cool. Hey, hang out here long enough, you'll see some action. There's fish down there. It's warming up too. Like I was saying a minute ago, if I didn't finish, is it's always like in the low 70s, right on the beach. But we're seeing now coming into July, the warmest time of the year, of course, with any place. So pretty soon, guys will be out here surfing and swimming with nothing more than a rash guard on. They'll be able to lose the wetsuits because the water will warm up a little bit. The only time it really gets hot in San Diego is when the desert winds come off the desert, and it's called a Santa Ana. And for 2 or 3 days, it'll be really hot, and people don't know how to act. They're like, where does this heat come from? We're normally in the 70s. So we're going to head back to the car, and we still got plenty of parking time. And we're going to go further south in San Diego, working our way to downtown, past La Jolla and Cardiff, Del Mar, and other places. But I definitely wanted to get this video here because I used to live here, surf here, My son Christopher wanted to see this here. He used to hang out here quite a bit. He lived in Vista. We both lived in Vista. It's just inland here from Oceanside. Down the 78, not the 76 that I was on this morning. Here's another little croaker. That's a good bait size fish right there now. That'll catch you a big fish. Everybody's watching the surfers and coming out and checking out the scene. California living, baby. Pacific Ocean. There's no further distance we can go, except north or south now. Here's the little store that sells the bait and the knick-knack paddywhacks. There's all the people living on the ocean. Everything I'm looking at, it wasn't here when I was a kid. That's the way everything is, right? You live old enough. There's a little wave coming in. They get to be big, folks. When there's like a hurricane or something in Mexico, and it brings in the swell, you'll see them coming in huge, and I mean terrifying waves. Pretty good little break right there. This guy's going to try and catch it on his longboard. Will he paddle into it? No. He could have caught that. What's he doing? There's a guy way down there riding one. Here he goes. He's thinking about it. No, he doesn't do it again. I remember when it was big, I used to try to paddle out right here. Not only with the waves, it's hard to duck dive a big longboard. That's what I always surfed. It's hard to dive down because they're very buoyant. So I would be washed into shore. But another thing that happens is the water moves north and south. The current can be extremely strong. So you'll have to paddle out down there, and you end up, when you finally get out past the breakers, like right here. I mean, you really got to work it. Here he goes. He's trying to paddle in. Let's see what he does. Doesn't look like a lot of experience there. All right, folks, we'll get down here and get you some more.